Hey!
Big day.
Hey,
Big
Shomai.
day. Papas Sant Dewi.
Yeah, well, yes. Do not go there, we hapus I ti dom.
There we go. Yeah, same to me. Thank you very much. Did I say that right?
No. But you're not far
right.
off. You're not far. You just have the sentence the wrong way around, that's all. So, yeah.
Okay, Sant Dewi Hapas.
No, so dydd Gwyl Dewi hapus. Dydd Gwyl Dewi hapus.
Too much. Too much. Can't just spring that on me on a live. It's not fair.
Don't worry about
Come
it.
on then.
Don't worry. You try.
What's going on?
You do well.
What
You're
about
well.
you?
Yeah. Now then, we have got
then.
a very special live lesson today because of course, tomorrow is St. David's Day. So we've got two wonderful activities for you guys today. So I'm going to be showing you how to go through these challenges on the browser. So if you're on a Chromebook or a laptop or a Mac or whatever, you can follow my screen. And then Dom over there is going to be on an iPad. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, Butty Bach.
No, Butty Bach. Now, if you are joining us with iPads, then you unfortunately at the moment will not be able to do the second activity. Okay, so you'll follow for the first activity, the St. David's fact flag, easy for me to say, and then you'll need to drop off. And as we keep saying, the all new iPad version is on the way. It's on the way soon.
Any second.
Yeah, any second.
Any
so before we begin, this is, although it's a special one because it's St. David's Day, it's just like every other Adobe Leaders session.
It is.
So we've got three rules. So Dom, let's run through the three golden rules of Adobe Leaders.
Yes, rule number 1: you can
pause us if you want.
At any time. Yeah, if you feel like you're getting way far behind, then that's fine. Just give us a little pause. Do give it a second though, because when we're going back and forth between myself and Meredith, the number one Butty Bach, we will, there'll be plenty of time for you to catch up. So don't worry about it too much. Just wait for us. That's fine. Just wait for us to slow down a bit. But if you are way far behind, then that's fine. You can pause. Number 2, please, Meredith Butty Bach.
Number 2, make sure that you claim your swag.
Yes, you claim your swag.
Yeah.
You claim your swag, and they will be getting an email after this session, or your teachers will, for you to be able to claim your swag. We are a bit low on swag, so there may be a little delay in getting it out to you, but it will come. Don't worry, it will come.
And the only way that your teachers can get that form for your free swag for the whole class, if you completed the activities, is if your teachers have actually registered for the session. So if you have just hopped on live on YouTube and you're not registered, then
I just snuck in the back door.
Well, teachers, that's fine and everything, but you won't get the email about the swag. So teachers, you could do that right now. You could register for today's session now whilst we're getting on with it. It's there on the screen, okay? Register here, bit.ly/Adobe Leaders. So make sure you're registered, otherwise you won't get the form about the swag.
Yeah, right? You can't just sneak in the back door and expect to have all the presents. It's not going well like that.
And then what about rule number 3, Dominic?
Well, if you are an incredibly good Butty Bach and you make sure that you teach other people your skills, whatever Adobe Express skills that you have garnered and nurtured and nourished over the last few sessions or however long you want, if you go and teach other people, then you can get VIP swag, which is kind of nice. And then you can, tell everybody that you're a cut above the rest.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right,
absolutely. Cool. Absolutely.
So, for today's session, we've got a challenge page for you, and it is scrolling along at the bottom of the screen there. Ooh. You can see it there, the challenge page.
Oh, so yeah.
bit.ly/St. David 24. bit.ly/St. David 24. And Saint is just ST David 24. Okay, and that'll bring you to this page here.
Just to note that Miss Ledwell snuck in by the back door, but now she is in an orderly queue at the front door. Well done, Miss Ledwell.
Well done, Miss Ledwell.
Pronoun from here as well.
Oh, prynawn da, Trey Robert, primary. Nice of you to join us. Croeso mawr. So on this page, when you get here, what you will have is an overview of today's challenges. So challenge 1 is we are going to build up a St. David's fact flag. Now,
whose idea was this one, Meredith?
this is mine. This is mine.
That's
Mine.
absolutely strictly untrue. But anyway, you can have it. You can have it.
So I'm sure you're aware that in Wales we've got 2 flags. So we've got the Welsh flag, which is obviously our amazing dragon. But then we've also got the flag of St. David, which is the yellow cross on a black background. So we're gonna use design assets in Express to build up the flag of St. David's, and then we're also then going to use text to image. So AI, we're going to use Firefly, which is built into Express to illustrate some key parts of David's story. And then the second activity, if you're with us on a browser, we're going to be drawing this
one.
Super cool dragon.
Yeah.
And
you've added a bit of text to yours, haven't you?
What? Yes, there's some text here. Yes.
Texture.
Oh, texture. Yes, texture. Yes. Sorry. Yes.
That extra mile.
Yes, of course. It's St. David's Day. It needs to be extra special. And then we're also going to draw that daffodil that you can see before. And then we're going to bring them into the all-in-one editor and animate them into like a animated St. David's Day card type of thing.
No worries. I just got a couple of more shout-outs here. Prananda from Dospod, Miss Lloyd. And also Miss Ledwell's telling me off here. She's right in the front gate, she said. She registered ages ago. There you go.
All right,
Miss Ledwell. Off, Miss Ledwell. I am incredibly sorry. Good skills, well done.
Right, great. Okay. Is that your screen that we've got up on mine?
That's yours. Of course it is. I was one step ahead of you. You were too slow.
It's yours. Yeah.
It's mine. Yeah. You want yours on there now?
Well, we better add. Yeah. Seeing as I'm
if you want to get off that page, that'd be even better. Let's go. Challenge number 1. What are you waiting for?
Right. Let's jump over to Express. So I've got Express open here. So we woke up this morning and Express looks different. So I like it. It's cool. I like these big buttons on the top. I think it's
I think right. Yeah.
Fan. Saying that, we're not going to click any of them today. So
nice to look at though.
Yeah, they're lovely. Right. So we're going to start off with our flag. So for our flag, we need a landscape design. So to start off with a landscape design, I'm going to click on the big blue plus in the top left-hand corner. And then the standard sizes there are square, landscape, and portrait. So I'm just going to choose landscape. Okay.
Right. Can I hijack and just get in there straight away and just show the iPad just so we can
I've had my 30 seconds on screen now, Dom. You can take over again. Yes, no problem.
He hates when I hog the limelight. So if you want to get come on, we can do this. Come on, we can do it. No, it's not. You go to Adobe Express, there it is. You open up that app. I just want to get you going because then you can kind of follow along. It's the same sort of stuff, really. But the way I'm going to do this, you'll see at the scrolly at the top here, I'm going to go to flyers. It brings in this, and this is not a landscape like Meredith is, but double tap to edit the text, delete that. And then bottom right even, you see resize. Give that a click. And then what I'm going to do is scroll over standard 3-2 landscape.
Scroll over. There it is. Good.
And then that's done. And then you can just zoom with the pinchy, and you're all ready to go. Right, Meredith, sorry. Didn't want to steal your limelight there, especially when you're all dressed up and looking so fantastic.
Well, I'm glad that somebody's mentioned it. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm in my Welsh costume today, so I'm representing. When I was a boy, we didn't have these felt leeks, so we'd actually kind of pin a real leek to our waistcoats, and then we'd eat them during the day. Then
not a raw leek.
We would eat a raw leek. Yeah. I
mean, that's quite intense.
Well, they breed us tough in the valleys, but right. Okay, let's get going with this flag of St. David's. Right. So
get on with it.
Over on the left-hand side, I'm going to click on element. We're laughing so much. I think you think that's not true. That is actually true.
No, I do believe it's true. I don't quite know what to say. I'm lost for words, which is unusual.
And then under elements, you can see design assets. Okay. And in here, I'm going to search for yellow paint. Yellow paint.
Okay, so you're going to go with the yellow first. I mean, I might go for the background first, but you do whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
Live your own
yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Live your own.
So there's loads of options here. I mean, basically we're going to build up the yellow cross. Okay. So I like this one straight off the bat. That's cool. But if I scroll down, there's loads of options here. Some of them look more like paint than others. That one could work quite nicely. These could all work quite nicely. Okay. So I think I'm going to stick with that one that I had up at the top, though. I think that was nice. This one. So I'm going to add that in. There it is on my page.
Mm-hmm.
So I do want that paint stroke to be thicker for the flag. So that's all I need to do really is to just make it way bigger and have the ends hanging off the edge of the canvas. So to do that, it'll probably help me to zoom out on my canvas a bit. So to zoom out, if you come to the top right-hand side of the screen, you see this drop down. And I'm just going to go down to something like 50%. Okay, so if I go to 50%, there we go. I can see my canvas better now. Okay, so let's just increase the size of this until I'm happy with the thickness of it. Great. And now I just want to get it centered. And that pink line that pops up is telling me.
You keep missing it. You keep missing it. Go back. There you go.
And now, of course, I want the vertical line as well. So what I'm going to do, of course, is duplicate this. Okay, so with this image selected, I come up to the top left-hand corner where it says image, and then I've got the little duplicate button there. So I'm going to hit that. There it is. And let's use the rotate tool, which is there, and just spin it around to 90 degrees. There it is. And then I'm going to do the same, and I want to hit that pink line. Where is it? No. There.
Yeah, it's there.
There it is. Okay.
Nice.
Shall I do the background and then pass over, Dom?
Yeah, why not? Go on.
Okay. So the background.
Otherwise, you're only going to complain, aren't you? So go on.
It's true. The background is black. So you could just go for a black background color at the top here, but I'd like a bit more texture than that. So I'm actually going to search under elements. I'm still under elements on the left-hand side, but instead of design assets, I'm going to pop over to the backgrounds. And in here, I'm just going to, now you could just search for black. Okay, and you'll just get options for that. So these are cool. But I wanted to look like fabric. Okay, I wanted to look like material. So you could search for something like black wool or black silk or black cotton, maybe. There we go. And I'm getting some results here. I quite like this one.
The woolly flags.
What?
Woolly flags.
Yes, why not? And then I like the texture on this one as well. So I'm gonna use that one. So I'm gonna click on that. It's added it in. And I like it. The only thing I'm not fussed about is that these white bits are very white. Okay, and they do draw a bit too much attention.
Pretty cool.
So I'm going to add a darken effect to it. So I'm just going to click on my background, and then I'm going to click on effects. And then up at the top here, you've got darken. Okay, when you click on darken, it will darken it. But if you want to adjust it further, you can click on this little settings button. And it'll give you an intensity toggle. Okay, so if I bring it all the way up to 100%, then that's just a black rectangle. Yeah, I can't see any of that texture at all. If I just slowly bring it back from there we go. I'm at about 85%. I really like how that texture looks. Okay, that's me. I'm going to pop back to 100% zoom.
Oh, I've had enough now, have you?
And I can pass back to Dom now.
Oh, well, it's about time. Sorry, everyone. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Right. Okay. What are we going to do here? What are we going to do? He loves to go the long way round, doesn't he? Come on. Let's show him up. Let's show him up. Right. If you're on the iPad screen, go to the add. I'm just going to go to, what am I going to go to? Design assets. And then here I'm going to go for yellow. What did you say? Yellow paint, maybe?
Yellow paint. Yeah.
Yellow paints. Yeah. So I'm going to get all sorts of mad stuff. And I'm just going to keep scrolling. And actually, the one that I wanted was sort of longer and thinner. There we go. So I'll go for something like that. That's fine. You can see it gives a little tick on the screen. And then I've got my add one at the top. Boink. There it is. It's in there. Right. Now, If I start, I'm thinking there's too much on the screen here. I can't see what's happening. If I start to pinch, it'll actually pinch down the yellow stripe. It's not very yellow either. So I'm going to tap off the side of the canvas and then do my pinchy. Then I'll grab this thing here. I'll put it in the middle. There we go. Now, it's not quite getting to the sides. So let's extend it out just by using the little arrows. Oh, there we go. There we go. You can see just by using the little circles on the corner, you can stretch that out. But it actually doesn't even look that yellow. So let's go to looks in the center there. And then you can see on the left-hand side, I'm getting my left and right mixed up today. You've got duotone in there. Now it's made it into a sort of, what is the name of that color? Teal?
Teal, I think, yes.
Teal. And then I'm going to press that again. And then you get the options to like, actually, what do you want it to make it look like? So I'll go to the black and yellow one. And again, it's not really done that much. And the reason for that is if you go to the little slider button again, then what you can do with shadows selected, just scroll along until you find another yellow. Boom. Done. Now that's a combination of two quite bright yellows.
Yes.
So I'm happy with that. Very cool. Right. Might try and sort of just make it a little bit chunkier just by making it bigger. Now, once I've got that, I'm like, happy days. Select it again. Edit it. And then you can see duplicate on the right-hand side, the plus in the sort of squircle. What's a squircle, Meredith?
A squircle? What are you talking about?
Squircle is the technical name for something that is in between a square and a circle.
Oh, come on.
That's actually true.
That's not a word.
You search in Adobe Express shapes library for a squircle, and then you tell me what comes up.
I thought
apologize.
I thought it was called a rounded rectangle. That's what I always thought that was called.
I mean, if your life is all about rounded rectangles instead of squircles, then you do what you want.
You just sound like you live in Teletubby land.
Anyway, you can answers on a postcard. Should it be squircle or should it be rounded rectangle? Right, got my two there. I'm going to go to add again. And rather than this nonsense, what Meredith's doing coming up with his black wool. Have you ever seen a flag which is black wool? Behave yourself. Honestly, you know where we get these people from sometimes.
You're right, Dom. This is way faster than my demonstration. Yeah.
I'm just going to go into photos, Adobe stock photos, go for black, cotton. It's lucky someone actually researched what was happening in today's session.
Oh, lovely.
And then the first one actually works out really well.
Yeah.
Because it's got, you actually can see it better on the screen, I think, than I can on mine.
Yeah, it's got kind of light. It's got some shades on it.
Yeah, what should I do here? Pin to background or move freely?
Well, absolutely pin it to the background.
There we go. Let's see if he's right. There we go. Correct. And look at that. Bob's your uncle.
That is a beautiful flag.
Beautiful. Right, off we go. You're on.
Let's go. Right, so for the next bit, we're going to fill 3 of these quadrants, these kind of sections of the flag, up with images that tell different bits, different parts of St. David's story. So on the browser, we're going to use AI to generate those images. And on the iPad, you're going to search stock images. But your designs are going to kind of follow the same kind of idea. Okay, so if you're looking for ideas, we've got it here on the challenge page. Okay, I've got ideas for you here. So this first one is really dramatic. I love this story. So St. David was born on a cliff top, looking over the sea in the middle of the night, in a storm in the middle of the night. What's that?
His poor mother.
I know. And so that spot where the legend says that when he was born, a spring sprang forth from the ground on that spot.
Sprung forth.
Yeah. And there's actually a ruined chapel there to this day. A chapel was built for his mother, St. Non's Chapel, and it's there on the edge of the cliff.
Probably built it because she was cold.
Well, it's too late probably by that point. She was, yeah. But anyway, right. So we are going to click on media on the left-hand side, and under photos, I'm going to choose text to image. Okay, square. So I'm going to search for, St. Non, so St. David's mother, was a was a princess. She was actually a princess from that area in Pembrokeshire. So I want Saint Non to look like a princess from the Middle Ages. So I'm just going to put medieval princess holding a baby.
This is gonna be good.
Okay, and then
this is gonna be good.
Stormy night in the background. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to hit generate, and Express is going to read my prompt, what I've written here, and then it is going to give me 4 ideas. Now you could also have a look through all these different style suggestions and content types. Okay, so you got amazing looking results here already.
That is good. Great.
But I'd like this, because this is St. David and there are so many churches named after St. David, I'd like this to look like a stained glass window in a church. So I'm just going to pop, before my medieval princess here, I'm just going to type in here stained glass. Okay. And then I'm going to hit generate again. And it's going to try again. Now, it'll give you 4 results. If you don't like any of those 4 results, you can click load more and it'll give you another 4 results. Or you can just change your prompt. You can type some more adjectives in there, put some more detail in, so that it becomes closer to what you want it to look like. Oh my goodness, look at these.
That is superb.
Huh?
That is absolutely superb.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
Unreal.
Right. I like this one in the bottom left. So I'm going to click on that. That's brilliant. So there it is. There's my first kind of panel. And I'm going to crop that to a circle. Okay. So we're still in the text to image window here at the moment. So I can just click X. And now I'm just looking at this as if it's just any other image. Okay. So I can click crop to a circle. And I can pop that into its place there. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do exactly the same again and produce another one. Okay. I like this story. This is quite hardcore. So Saint David told Welsh soldiers to wear leeks in battle to identify each other. So that's why I'm wearing a leek today. Is the legend says that the Welsh army were going into battle and against your lot, Dom. And
hey, hang on a minute.
And
I'm half Welsh, I'm half Welsh, half Irish.
Oh, right, okay. Okay, not your lot at all, right? And back in those days, everybody wore the same, like brown. So nobody knew who the enemy were. So Saint David told the Welsh soldiers to they happened to be having this battle in a kind of field full of leeks, and he said, "Pull up the leeks and put them in your hat so that you recognize friend from foe." So I think that's a really cool story.
I think it's great, yeah.
So I'm going to go back, media, photos, text to image. Okay, and I go to square. So I'm going to do the same kind of thing again, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get that leak in here because it's just too detailed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with stained glass. And then I'm going to just put in medieval night. Maybe soldier would have worked. We'll see now what happens. Okay, we're going to generate that. So I've got stained glass, medieval night.
Very nice.
Okay, so let's see what results I get.
In the meantime, I'm just emailing HR about you, but it's all right. Don't worry about it.
Oh, cool. That one looks amazing. I love that.
It does look incredible.
Yeah. So I'm going to click on that. They are really cool. So that's great. But of course, our chap isn't wearing a leek. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to back out of the text to image panel, and I'm going to use generative fill. So if you see this kind of startled looking cat, and I mean, if I was a cat, I would be startled if a bow suddenly popped on my head. What we can do with generative fill is you can add anything you want to any image that you've got in Express. It doesn't need to be one that you've generated using AI. It could be a photo that you've already got. And it'll also try and match the style of the image. So when you click on it, it'll give you a brush. So I'm going to just bring my brush size down. And I'm going to paint here on his chest there. Okay. And then I'm going to, in here, type that I want to see some leaks in there. And it's going to do the same as it did with the AI, but this time it's going to actually add stuff into my image. It's not creating a new image. You can add whatever you want to an image. And if it was a photograph, it would add photorealistic leaks. If it was watercolor, it would add kind of a watercolor leak.
Look at that.
But with this, it's actually going to try and match that stained glass style. You can see it. It's matching the style of the image around it.
Yeah, amazing.
With the generative fill. When you're done, hit done at the bottom. And I'm going to crop that to a circle as well. Cool. I'd like it to be the same size as this one of St. Non holding the baby David. So I'll just bring it over, have that pink line match up at the top, and then resize so the pink line matches up at the bottom. And now I know they are exactly the same size.
Very
cool.
nice.
Right. I'm going to pass over to Dom. And in the meantime, I'm just going to produce my third graphic at the bottom of the screen there. So over to you, Dom. You're going to add some images in, and I'm going to just make my third one at the bottom.
Yeah, no worries. Well, we don't have the same options to be able to do the generative fill until the new app comes out. So I've got one in here. I've got a cliff top, stormy night. I've got loads of lightning in the background, high seas. You've got the cliff top there where St. David was born. So that is absolutely historically accurate. Then we're going to go to add again, and I'll show you how to do the next one. So I'll just show you the way to do one, and then you can do all three. So the way I've done it is go to Adobe Stock. And then I think the next one I'm going to go for is, if I go back to my St. David's Day page, I can see he was a vegetarian, only drank water, and kept bees to make honey. So I'm going to put beehive, something like that. See what we get. Yeah, nice.
Cool.
Ooh, this is good. We can pretend this is St. David with modern beehiving gear or beekeeping gear on.
Yes.
Let's do that. Right, again, choose where to add. Move freely this time. It's not a background, so you want to move freely. So let's go to move freely. And if you are on the desktop and you want to mix it up between some generative AI, text to image, and some real photos or stock photos, then you can do this as well. And once it's in there, obviously this isn't the kind of shape we want. We're going for circles here. So I'm going to go do crop and shape, go to the circle, and then you can move it around if you want to. That's fine. Yeah, put it there. Why not? And then click done. Now with this one, a bit like Meredith did before, I want to make sure these are exactly the same size. So I'm just gonna, yeah, that is pretty perfect, I think. Just make sure one goes on top of the other, and that'll be fine. Meredith kind of did his all like left aligned in each quadrant. I'm gonna do them in the corners, I think. Unless there's a reason why I shouldn't do that. Is there a reason for that?
No, that's fine. I mean, we're going to put some text in, so make sure you got some room for text.
Yeah, maybe they're a bit big. So, I mean, I've completely undone all of my alignment work that I did before, but that's all right. Yeah, here we go. Stick it somewhere like that. Got a bit more. That one's too small. You got a bit more space then. It's still a bit small. There we go. That is pretty bang on. Yeah, nice. And then for my third one, let me just go back to the page quickly. Oh yeah, the leaks. So again, I can go to add. I can go to go to Adobe Stock again, I think. And then I'll put leak. See what we get. Wow, look at all of this. Right. Now we're talking. That is a plethora of leaks. What's the name for it? What's the collective name for or collective noun for a group of leaks?
A cowl?
No. Try again. I know the answer to this.
What? No, I don't know. What is it?
A swashbuckle.
You are lying.
I am lying. But wouldn't that be great, though, if it was a swashbuckle of leaks?
A swashbuckle of leaks. Yeah.
That would be tremendous. A swashbuckle of leaks. And then bring that down. try and sort of roughly, is that roughly the same size? No, it's still a bit too small. There, yeah, that's a bit cool. So then I can put it down. You can see now I'm also aligning it with the one at the top as well. That's pretty cool. So I got my 3. Because we're not doing 4, are we? We're only doing 3.
We're only doing 3, yeah.
We're only doing 3, right? Well, I've done my 3.
Oh,
Whenever you're ready.
I'm still.
You're still going.
I know.
Do you know what the perfect word for Meredith is? And this might be a new word for some people, probably a new word for Meredith as well. Pontificate.
Oh, thank you. Doesn't that mean
He's a
Pope?
He's always pontificating. Come
Uh,
on, you. Get
right.
on with it.
Okay, so this one. So when David was a young man, his teacher, Paulinus,
Oh yeah.
he went blind, and
Yeah, I saw this one.
David restored his sight.
He sorted him out, didn't he?
Yeah, he sorted him out. Yeah. So there we go. I got my images. Right. Okay. Let's get some text. So text on the left-hand side. I'm going to hit that. Add my text. And I'm just going to put St. David's Day. Okay. And then down the line, March 1st. There we go. Now, that text color is no good. Okay. That text color is black. I want it to be the same color as the line that I've got, the yellow line. So to do that, I'm going to click on the fill color for the text. And then I'm going to use the eyedropper, the pipette. And I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to hover the pipette. And I'm going to hover over the yellow color that I want. And click. And it's going to set that text to that color. So I'm going to left align it like this. Now, this font is no good. I want my font, I want it to look like it's kind of, printed in an old school Bible. So because I spend too much time looking for fonts, I've actually already prepared.
Oh, you already know. Oh, yeah.
So there's a set of fonts which are all called IM and they all look kind of like old print. So,
cool.
Yeah, and then some of them are kind of all caps, and I like these. So I'm going to choose one of those. There we go. Yeah, and it looks like an old church Bible. And then I'm going to bring up my line spacing by clicking here. Tuck that up a bit. Brilliant. And then I'd also want an outline on this text. So I'll just bring up the outline thickness. Okay. Now, it's giving me this kind of darker version of the yellow, which is not what I want. So I'm going to click on the outline color and go to custom. Now, you could go white, but white and yellow don't go well together. They're both light colors. If you could go all the way to black, but really with that black background, that's not really doing much. So what you want is kind of a dark gray. There we go. Something like that.
Oh, okay.
Just help that text stand off a bit. What I'm going to do then straight away is I'm going to duplicate this text. Okay, so I'm going to just, can you see that the duplicate icon is grayed out there? Yeah?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, so when that happens, that's all you need to do is kind of click away from your text. So click on anything else. So I'll just click on this picture, then click back on your text, and then that button's back. Okay? I'm not quite sure why it does that, but if you do get the duplicate button grayed out, just click away from whatever you want to duplicate, click back on it, and then it sorts itself out. Right.
That's a top tip.
Yeah, well, Right. So I'm going to put in here a famous quote by St. David. It's his most famous quote. Okay. So in Welsh, it's gwnewch y pethau bychain. And in English, it's do the little things.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, do you know that saying in English? Look after the pennies and the pounds look after themselves. You know that saying? Yeah. There we are.
Yeah,
idea. It's that idea. So it was his most famous saying. Just do the little things in life. Don't worry about the big stuff. Just do the small things that you can. Be nice to each other. Be cheerful.
Yeah.
That was kind of his mantra.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't like this kind of all caps thing. It's a bit shouty, isn't it? And he was a nice guy. Saints usually are. So I'm going to go back to the IM fonts, and I'm going to look for one that's not all caps. So this
Okay.
one here, this DW Pika one, I like that. Great. So I'm just going to bring the size down, and I'm going to pop that underneath the title. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to flip the colors. Okay, so at the moment we've got a yellow text with a gray outline. I'm just going to hit that switch button there. It's just going to switch them around. Just make things look a little bit different like that. Okay. Shall I pass back to you, Dom, before I move on to the next bits of text?
Yeah, I think you should. Yeah, I think you should. Right. Okay. Right. Well, I've been doing it at the same time as Meredith here, but I'm going to delete all of that and show you how I did it. So dead easy. So let's go to the add. Let's go to text. I don't know if I did that too quick there. Add. You see down there, and then right in the far left, text. Okay. So then you're going to go Saint or st dot David apostrophe s date, and then we'll go. You said March the 1st. I'm going to say 1st of March. Is that right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, right. So a few things here. Like Meredith said before, it doesn't really work when it's just like this. So first thing I'm going to do is go to a line. You can see it's right, sort of towards the right-hand side there. I'm going to align it to the right. That means everything kind of butts up against the edge on the right-hand side. Okay, great. Then I'm going to go to font. Now, I actually really like, which is the one I really liked? I think it was Germania. Germania. Did I like that one? Yeah, it looked kind of medieval and all manuscripty.
I'm not Mania. I'm not Mania. Germania.
Germania. Oh no, that's terrible. I got sucked in thinking he was going to say something funny, and then I was wrong.
Germania. No, I'm not. You are.
He's still going. He's trying. He's going to keep trying with it. He'll try all day.
I'm just making myself laugh. I'm
ignore him. That's all you got to do. You got to ignore him. Right. And then you go to color, you go to text, and then you click that little square in the middle, and you can use your dropper, just like Uncle Meredith did before. Made that into a yellow. Great. Now, he wants to do this kind of outline as well. So you can go to effects. Then you could go to outline. And it's already given you an outline, which isn't particularly useful. So go to the little sliders at the bottom there. And this is the same. This is a good way to catch up on the desktop as well, if Meredith, as usual, has gone too fast for you. And then I go to the color little box there, and I go to a dark gray. There we go. Perfect. And then once I've done that, I can click done. Go back to edit. I can go to duplicate. And then I've got a second piece of text here, and then double click it just by double tapping on the screen. And then it's do the little things. I'm going to go dot, dot, dot. Did you do a dot, dot, dot?
I did. I did include
what's the technical term for dot, dot, dot?
An ellipsis.
Oh, there we go. Not just a pretty face. Right. No. And then I'm going to bring that down. Oh,
not even a pretty face.
And then pop that in there. Nice. And then what you did with it's dead easy with this one. You can go to color.
Yeah.
And then flip it.
Oh, lovely.
Flip it like a flibbity gibbet. And then is that where are we at the same place now?
We are. Yeah.
Right. That's cool. Might make that a bit smaller. Oh man. That's ham fists here. What's going on? Right.
Significantly smaller.
Yeah, significantly smaller. There you go. Do the little things. Keep it little. That looks nice. I'm really pleased with that. You can take over and show us the last little flourish.
Just a little side idea. I did do a final text to image, and I just put stained glass, circular, black and yellow, because of course they are St. David's colours. It's giving me this. So if you've got that, where do you think I'm going with this, Dom?
I think you're pontificating.
Thanks. So I'm going to crop that to a circle. Okay, crop. So I'm cropping my circle to a circle. Or I could have just done remove background. Okay. So I've got that. And now this could then be a really cool kind of background to my images.
Not a bad idea.
Okay. you've basically used AI to make a custom frame for your images. And I can just duplicate that. And it's in the proper color scheme. Okay, so I won't fuss around with that too much now. Dom will start shouting at me more than he already is. Okay, so you can see it really kind of adds something special to that just by using AI again to get a circular stained glass window. Right, let's finish this off. We're nearly done. So that's all I need to do now is explain what's happening in these images. So this text at the bottom is in the correct font. So I'm just going to duplicate this. So you hit that. Oh, look, it's not giving me a duplicate button again. So let's click away, click back, click away, click back. There we go. And I'm going to bring that up here. And the first story was David was born on a cliff top on a stormy night. David was born on a cliff top on a stormy night. Okay,
so that's is there like a famous song about St. David?
There's loads. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're trying to get me to sing, aren't you?
No. I mean, it would be nice, wouldn't it? But I'm not going to try and make you do that. David was born on a cliff.
This one, I can teach you this. This is the one we used to...
night.
No, the one we learned, first of all, when you're really young, is really catchy. So you can sing this. So it goes like this. Dyn da oedd Dewi. So you can hear the alliteration.
Dyn da oedd Dewi.
Yeah, so that means Dewi was a good man. Dyn da is a good guy. Good man. Dyn da oedd Dewi. So then there's a song that we sang when we were in, nursery in year 2. We went, Dyn da oedd Dewi. Dyn da oedd Dewi. Dyn da oedd Dewi, Dewi, Dewi sant, Dewi, Dewi sant. So you could sing that. Thank you. So I've got my description there. You got my description. I'm going to switch the color scheme back to yellow text and gray outline for these descriptions. There it is. So David was born on a cliff top on a stormy night. Duplicate.
David was born on a cliff top.
What? Oh, it was barn.
It was barn.
It was born. There we go. Right. And then I'm going to change this text to David told the Welsh soldiers to wear leeks in battle. And then I'm going to change this text to David restored his teacher's sight. Okay. Nice. So I'm just going to go in there now, double click, change the text. But whilst I'm doing that, I'm sure Dom can run you through the same kind of idea.
May we? Okay, so not to be upstaged, I actually went and got an icon of a daffodil and put it behind just to try and jazz it up a bit. I'm not sure it's really worked that well, but anyway, you could just do a normal circle. That'd probably look even better, to be fair. But anyway,
I like that. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah,
it's all right, isn't it? Yeah, I could probably match the yellows a bit better. I just used the sort of yellow that was in the color wheel, but I could select one, go to color, and then press the color and go to custom and get it to be that. That would be better. I should do that on them all, really. But you guys, you're already digital leaders, so you get on and do things like that. Right. So in order to do my text, I'm going to select one here, do the little things. I'm going to edit. I'm going to press duplicate. You see it down there. Easy peasy. So I've got another one there. And what I'll do is I'll just I'll duplicate that 4 times, I think. Do I need to? Yeah, I do need to duplicate it 4 times. Right. And then, this is cool because on the iPad, you can go to edit text. Now, I need to make sure that it's in the right language here. I'm never quite sure what language it's in because sometimes it's in English or Spanish or Portuguese. So hopefully it's in English. Otherwise, this isn't going to work. But let's try this. Okay, I'm going to go press my microphone button down the bottom here. David was born on a cliff top on a stormy night. Full stop. Boom! Nailed it. Now we're talking. There we go. I just changed the alignment of the text on there. Honestly, I mean, people are just going to start coming to the iPad sessions now because I'm just showing them such funky stuff. Even if they're on a desktop, I know it's going to happen. And then we'll have a problem. Right. Okay. There we go. Make sure that the alignment is good there and then put it there. Yeah, that's good. The alignment, actually, if I go to a line down the bottom here, is still on the right. I could center it. I don't tend to like centering it. I don't know what you think about that, Meredith, but I don't tend to like centering it. Never seems to work out very well.
I do. So, there we go.
Yeah, there you go. Pick your battles.
Yeah.
That's the first one. And then again, same one. I mean, I'm showing you how to suck eggs here, really. Go to edit text down the bottom there. And then this one is going to be, for me, it's going to be beekeeper one. Right. So David was a vegetarian, only drank water and kept bees to make honey. Full stop. It even put the I mean, that's amazing. It even put the comma in there for me.
Yeah.
I just thought it was exceptional. That is brilliant. Right. So there you go. That's how you do it on the iPad. But you can also just type it out as well. There you go. Now I'm sure the pontificator's probably got some more stuff to show us. What have you got?
No, I'm done. Yeah. So if you come back to yeah, so I'm done.
Oh yeah. Nice.
I'm really pleased with this. I think it's really nice. I love the flag of St. David because it's not one you see very often. So when you do see it, it kind of grabs your attention, I think. And
yeah, I've never seen it before. It's great.
And I've learned some things about the life of St. David that I didn't know just by kind of preparing for this session. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed as well in school, just learning about it. And if you've been on the browser with me, producing these AI images is just tons of fun, tons and tons of fun. So that's it. So if you want to share this, you've got options. I mean, maybe you want to wait for your teacher to tell you what to do at this point, because maybe your teacher's going to want you to print these out because it is something that would look great printed out. Because if you want to print it out, I would recommend you download it as a PDF. That's best for printing. If you're just going to save it maybe into your files somewhere, maybe on your Google Drive or your J2E, My Files, or wherever you store your schoolwork, you're probably best off keeping it as a PNG, okay? Or if you want us to kind of publish this on its own little web page, just a single web page with your amazing design on it, you can just share it to the web. You can click share and then publish to web, and it'll give you a URL, it'll give you a web address to a web page with your design on it. Okay, so you just click on that, it'll publish your design. Once it's done, you can copy the link and you can share it with your friends and your family to show what you've learned about St. David. Okay, so that's how we download or share on the browser. And Dom, how about on the iPad?
Yeah, let's go. So got mine here. You can see up in the top right, you can see a down arrow. Probably got something to do with downloading. Upload if you want to send it somewhere else. To be honest, you can go to the upload arrow, one that going up, and you can do both of those things anyway. But anyway, let's just press the down one, and it'll say preparing your file, save to camera roll. We're done. That's on your machine if you want it. But then you can also press the upload, and you can save the image there. You can see that there, or you can go copy link, and that will get you your link that you can share with friends, families, whoever you like, quite frankly. There you go, copied. You got your link there. So now you need to go and put it, if you want it somewhere quick, go and put it in the notes app on your iPad.
Great. Right. And if Dom passes back over to me, the one thing I didn't talk to you about was saving this file, because
you didn't.
Well, Express saves everything automatically. So this file is saved, or it's been saved since the first yellow swisher paint that we put on there 3/4 of an hour ago. But what it hasn't got is a very good name. So at the moment,
I don't know what I have to do with these people.
The moment this file is called Untitled 29th February 2024 and 3038.
You'll never find that again.
No, it's not
very lost in a sea of creativity.
Listen now. So I'm just going to click there where it says that nonsense. And I'm going to type St. David fact flag. And yes, that is a term that I have invented for today's session, a fact flag. Okay, so we've got St. David fact flag in there, and that's done. So to start the second challenge today, that's all you need to do is hit the big capital A, the express icon in the top left-hand corner. That'll bring you back to the desktop. If you've been following on an iPad, here is sadly where we're going to have to say goodbye because you
you're
don't
abandoning us, are you?
yeah you
You're
don't
leaving
yet
us.
you don't yet have the drawing app, but it is coming soon. So Dom, are you going to be joining me on this, or are you just going to watch and
Yeah, I'm going to join you on this.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now, whilst we're having this, whilst we've reached this midpoint, please remember to register for the next sessions, guys. We've got sessions coming up on World Book Day next week, okay? And then we're going to get some more in the calendar before long. So to register, the link is there on the screen right now, bit.ly/Adobe Leaders. And children, shout at your teachers right now that you want to do it, okay? And also tell your teachers that they need to like and subscribe this YouTube channel that we're on right now, okay? So that they
find everything.
So that
everything we've ever done.
That's right. Okay, so teachers, like and subscribe to this channel, like this video, and then you'll see through YouTube as well when we've got some new stuff coming. So we'll email you and you'll be able to see on YouTube. So children, shout at your teachers to like, subscribe, and register for the next what is it? Next.
I mean, shout a bit strong. That's a bit of a strong one, shout.
Yes. Right. Call on your teachers to do that.
Politely ask.
Yes, put your hands up. Right. Okay. Let's go. Challenge 2. So for challenge 2, we are going to draw and animate a super cool dragon. So here I am on the Express dashboard, and you can see these cool new buttons that we've got, these massive cool new buttons. And this big white rectangle here is actually a big button to take us to the drawing app. Okay?
True.
So if you click on that, it takes us into the drawing app.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right. So what we're going to do once we're here is we're going to start off by drawing the basic body shape for our dragon. So to do that, we're obviously going to need to grab some red paint. So we've got the colors here, and this shade of red here is perfect. Okay.
This is exciting.
We need the new triangle brush. So the triangle brush can be found under the basic brushes. So where you see basic there, click on view all. And you'll see right at the bottom, there are 2 new brushes, square and triangle. So you need this triangle brush.
Can I stop you there, Meredith?
Yes, you already have.
Why do you think I've stopped you here?
Because I haven't named it yet. All right. I haven't done anything yet.
Joey Stant, help me in my hour of need.
Let's name it when I've done something. Right. So I've got the triangle brush, and it's in red. That's fine. Now, we got to thank Mr. Kyle Webster, our very own professional illustrator, for putting this. He put this challenge together just for us for St. David's Day. Now, Kyle actually specifically kind of names brush sizes when he kind of talked me through this. Now, I'm a bit more, rough and ready, so I just like drag this around a bit until I'm happy. Okay, so I wouldn't get too hung up on what the number is. So we need a brush size somewhere around 400. Okay, so there we are. It's 424. That's fine. Okay, you are welcome to type numbers in there, guys, if you want to be specific.
I trust the illustrator.
Yeah, there we are. Yeah. So what we're going for here is a strange kind of slanted Y shape. Okay, and it's probably going to take me a couple of attempts. So don't just try it once and carry on, because this is basically the main shape for your dragon. So you want to do that kind of shape first. And then when you've got that shape, you're going to come over to the left-hand side of it and then come across in a straight line. Now, I'm going to do that again because I'm not quite happy with it. It's not too bad, but I'll just explain to you what these bits are, because that'll help you. This kind of section here is going to be the dragon's kind of face. Let's call it the beak. Okay, so this is going to be the dragon's beak.
Is that what you call a dragon's mouth? A beak?
I don't know. You know what I mean? It's not a mouth, is it? And then,
A
and then,
beak.
and then this whole bottom section here, that's going to be the dragon's entire body, and we'll be putting some little legs at the bottom there, and some arms and a tail coming out the back, and then we're going to be putting a wing on there as well. And then
So you're a braver man than me if you call a dragon's mouth a beak. That dragon will have you guts for garters.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it to his face. And then this section of the top, we're going to be actually kind of cutting up. We're going to be cutting it down just to make into a pair of dragon ears. Okay, so I'm just going to have another go with that basically, and see if I can get my lines maybe a little bit straighter. There we go. And then I think the beak was a bit long. There we go. Okay, yeah. So you can see what I mean. It's kind of like a slanty Y shape, but also not really. Great. Now, once you've got that done, I'm going to drop down my brush size to something around kind of 70-ish, so 70-ish. There we go. And I'm just going to make a little leg and another little leg.
Oh, nice. And you can also zoom in on the canvas, can't you? Which is kind of nice.
And then, yeah, you can zoom in. You've got your zoom here, okay? And then I can just do 2 arms there as well. Brilliant. And then a tail with this same size brush, and then we'll pop over to Dom, okay? So if I'm racing ahead, don't worry, we're going to pop over to Dom now in a bit. So the tail, because this triangle brush, if you look at it, yeah, it's always got that point pointing upwards. So you want your tail to come to a kind of pointing up so that we get that kind of sharp end. Okay, so let me just do that, but attached to the body this time. So I'm going to start from the bottom corner here. I'm just going to come out and, oops, and I bumped my mouse into my keyboard there, so I'm going to start again.
Oh dear.
Yeah. There we go. Like that. Okay. Right. Dom, let's see your dragon so far.
Yeah, okay, fine. So let's get on here. So here we are. I did my Y. Unlike Reddit, I'm okay with typing numbers in. I'm all right with that. It makes me feel okay. So I'm gonna do that. And then I did it all in one and just went up and then back down and then come out the bottom. And that one's a terrible version.
Goodness
so I'm just gonna do back there. So let's have another go. There we go. Positive feedback, please, Meredith. That's what your job is.
If you're going to go off script, you need it to be good. That was good. That one was good. I don't know why you got rid of that. That was great.
But you're shaking my confidence, you see.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're
shaking my confidence daily. So that's fine. I'm all right with that. And then I can go over here, change this to 70. And then I'm going to give him a couple of little legs. 1, and then 2. And then you can come back up there, just add it in. That's fine. They're a bit long. I can go back. Still a bit long, isn't it? I'm not finding exactly where the X is going to go. There we go. That's nice. Okay. And then it did a couple of little arms there.
Couple of arms, yeah. Couple of little arms and then a tail.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
And then you see, Meredith, he talks about going off script, doesn't he? But he's never been off script in his life. And I got my triangle here. And what I'm actually going to do is, without even looking at the numbers, bump. I'm going to go here. I'm expecting that, were you?
Well, it is the next step in Kyle's how-to. But I wasn't.
You see, that's just my creativity flowing. That's what it is. Go on you go. On you go. Right. We've had enough. Come on.
So what I'm gonna do now, I just thought of it, is bump up my brush size.
Okay, he's just copying me now.
Somewhere between 100 and 150, doesn't matter really. Okay.
It doesn't matter.
And then I'm gonna add that little spike on the end of the tail, but I'm gonna make the same sound effect that Kyle makes when he does that. There we go. I got that on there. All right.
Kablam!
Kablam! Right. let's sort out the ears, because at the moment this business up here is a little messy. So to sort out the ears, we need to swap over to the eraser. So I'm going to click on the eraser and bring that down to, there we go, 92 something. Yeah, around there. That's fine. So what we want to do is we want to kind of cut off this spiky bit at the top first. Okay, so I'm just going to swipe across there. Okay, and I'll worry about that bit at the top later. And then I want to start at this corner that we've got here and kind of just curve it up a bit so that we've got, you know, space there at the top for these ears. So I'm just going to do that.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
And I'm just basically, there we go. Yeah, there we go. That's fine. Now, obviously, if you're unhappy with anything you've just done, just undo it. Okay, but I'm quite happy with that. So once I've done that now, I can just whack my eraser up and just get rid of these bits that I don't want. Okay, there we go. And then let's bring the eraser back down. Again, yeah, there we go, about 50 to 60. And I'm just going to split these ears, just like,
oh, nice. That works
like
well.
that. Okay, I got this little bump here, but I don't mind. I don't mind at all. I like the fact that we've got a couple of rough edges around the place. I think it looks cool. Right.
It's a grizzly dragon.
So let's pass over to Dom, because I think that's quite a crucial bit. Okay, you need to chop off that top spiky bit, and then you need to kind of cut out that curve around the back of the head, get rid of the bits you don't want, and then split the ears. So over to you, Dom, just for that little bit, I think.
Okay, cool. Right. So first thing, we're going to go from the brush. We're going to go to the eraser. Size 45. Maybe for this bit, maybe it can be a bit bigger. I don't know. We're going to cut off this bit at the top.
Yeah.
Kablam! And then get rid of that. That works out well. And then I kind of want to have a curve which goes all the way up there.
Yeah. Go for it.
Oh, that is absolutely. He's just nailed that.
That's lovely. That is.
Yeah. Absolutely nailed it. That is wonderful. And then I'll bring my size down, maybe to like 50 odd. There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, it's about 50. Yeah.
And then I'll pop it in there.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, I like that.
There we go, like that.
That's fab.
Looking good. And also, I mean, I can just trim it a little bit down there, give it a bit of a nicer edge.
Oh, he's showing off now.
Yeah, there we go. Look, he's styling. That's actually styling. He's a bit throaty here. Bit throaty.
It's his Adam's apple. It's fine.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, he's a geezer, isn't he? But
he sings bass baritone.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. That's looking good. I'm liking that.
It is cool.
It.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Moving on. What else? Do I need to do something else now?
Of course we do. How does this dragon get around? Do you think he drives a car? He needs wings. So let's go back to our. Let's go back to the brush. Yeah. And we're on the red, and we're going to bump this up to around 350-ish. Okay.
What did Carl say? What number did Carl say?
I don't even remember. I don't know.
He said 350.
It's not important.
Type the numbers in. See what Carl did, because Carl's the best.
And what we're doing here for the wing is we're kind of coming out and down a little bit. Okay. So I'll just do that again. And this usually takes a couple of attempts. So we're just starting the body. We're going out and down. Okay. And it doesn't really matter. It could be kind of a long wing like that. That's fine. It doesn't matter if you have that little bump in there. That's cool. So out and down. And then once you're happy, then just stop. Okay. So once you've got your wing, we're then going to add some texture. So to add texture, we're going to use a different brush. So the brush we want is a block print border brush. Okay. And that's in the decorative section here. So if I click on block print, now if I block print with the same color red that I've already got now, you will actually see a bit of it, but it is mega subtle. Yeah. Too subtle. So I think I need a slightly lighter red. So with that red selected, I'm just going to go into this settings button, go to custom, and just lighten up my red a little bit. Okay. And now what I'm doing is I'm just going to block print all over my dragon. And if I kind of accidentally do a bit of that outside of the lines, we don't worry about that at all. I think that one was a bit too much. We don't worry about it.
We don't worry about it, except if it's a little bit too much.
Yeah, we don't worry about it at all. And then bring the brush size down so that we can kind of get up into the ears. There we go. Cool.
Right.
Across the arms and then down onto the legs and maybe a bit just at the top of the tail. Maybe, yeah, we don't need to worry too much about the tail. Yeah, so I'm just taking my block print brush over my dragon. And if a little bit overlaps, you kind of want it to do a bit of that, but not too much. Do you know what I mean? You want a bit of that, but not a crazy amount.
But not too much.
All right. So we're nearly there. So I'm going to pass back over to Dom because Dom needs to do the wing and he needs to do the block print brush.
Yes.
Oh, you've done his wing. Yeah, well, he's moved ahead with the wing. There we are. I'm going to do that.
Well, I'm going to go back.
Do that later,
right.
but it doesn't matter. There we are.
Oh, yeah. So the expert said about 300, maybe 350.
I can't remember me saying that. Yeah, but thanks.
And for the wing, you're going to go kind of up and then down. Right? Nice. That's good. And then there was some craziness going on. What was the brush you used for it? It was
down at the bottom, decorative, the block print border.
Block print.
It's the third one in the set.
Yeah, nice. Then go back. And then did you use the same type of red? You can't.
No, you could, but it's too subtle. Yeah, because the block print brush does actually change the color slightly when you're printing, but you do need a lighter red. So go to custom and then just lighten that red up a bit. Just line it.
And then you just, the way Carl would say it is, and then you just grab the circle and then you just move it a little bit up.
I hope he's watching.
What Carl would say. That's what he would say, though, isn't it?
I hope he's watching, but he's not.
You just grab it and just move it a little bit up. Hey, there we go. I mean, I'm always in awe of how he manages to work out what we should do in these things.
Yeah, this is a really cool idea. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I know. It's really good. Oh, this is all in a day's work. He could think of something like this before breakfast, couldn't he?
Yeah.
He's really good. And then bring it all the way down, and then you can kind of zoom in with your fingers. And like Meredith said, you want it to go over the edges a little bit. You want it to do that. Yeah. Not least because I haven't got the control to not have it to go over the edges. So let's just say you want it to be slightly overlapping.
Right, get on with it, Dom.
There we go. And then you can do it on the arms. Boom, boom, boom. And then you can do it on the legs. And you want it. And then you go there. Yeah, and just fill in all the bits that you haven't, and then you can go around the tail. And I think we're there.
Good. Lovely. Yeah.
Lovely.
So, back to me.
There we go. There you go, buddy back.
Let's finish him up. Okay, so let's go back to the triangle brush. Okay, so triangle brush. And we're going to change to a black paint. And we want our brush to be somewhere between 100 and 150. That's fine. And we're just going to go, and we're going to give him an eye. Okay. And then I'm going to bring down my brush size. And we're going to give him a little smile. Okay. So when you give him a little smile, you want the bottom of your triangle to just stop at the bottom of his beak. There we go. Cool.
Nice. Beak.
And then the final step for my dragon is I want to get that kind of frilly bottom to his wings. So I'm going to go back to the eraser. With quite a small eraser. I'm at about 70 there. And I just want to cut in and just
70. Ooh. Okay.
These frilly bits in. Okay, there we go. And then once I'm happy, I can just get rid of those bits that I didn't want. There we go. There's my dragon ready to go. Now then.
Very nice.
We need to save it. So up at the top left, where we've got untitled, I'm going to go dragon in there.
Oh, yeah. About time.
Okay. And we need to download this as a PNG to the device to use in our animated card later, okay? In about 5 minutes' time. So to download it, top right, I'm just going to hit download, PNG, download. Now, it does, depending on what device you're using, that's going to go to a different place. But if we're all using Chrome, which we probably are, you've got this download icon up in the top corner here. And you can see I've got Dragon there, okay? So if you're on a Chromebook, you've got the little circle across the bottom of your screen, 3/4 of the way across. Your downloads there. But really, the best place to grab this from is by clicking on that download icon there. Right.
Yeah.
That's saved. Let's click on the Express icon. Okay. Come back to the dashboard. And we're going to jump straight back into the drawing app again to make our daffodil. The daffodil is going to be super.
You know what? I think maybe you could use an image for that and finish up the thing in Express. You got about 5 minutes left here, I think.
Okay, you took too long on your dragon. Now we can't have a daffodil. Okay, it's because of Dom that we can't have nice things, children. Okay, right. So, right, let's make our animation.
HR are gonna have a field day.
Let's jump back. Let's jump back. Okay, let's create our animation. So, click on the plus, and we're gonna go for square. Okay. Now then, the Welsh flag is which colours, Dom?
It is green and red.
Green, red, and white. Yeah. So it's all, our canvas is already white. Let's throw a green rectangle in there. Okay. And we want this to kind of be at the bottom third of our canvas. There we go. And I'm going to change that into a lovely Welsh green, which I like these. I like this set of greens across the right at the bottom of the more colors. And I'm going to go for this green here. Okay. There we go. Now then, what I'm going to do now is I am going to click on my download icon in Chrome, and I'm just going to drag my dragon. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
And put him in there. Okay. Drag my dragon, put him up in there on the grass, on the flag. Okay. Now, then we want a daffodil. So if we go into elements and icons, is there going to be one here? Daffodil. Yeah, this one here is kind of perfect. That's great. Okay, you don't want it to have a stalk. You want it to just be the kind of flower bit at the top. So you don't want to have a stalk. You just want the petals at the top. So I'll bring that in. That obviously needs to be melon. That needs to be melon, yellow. So let's change that to melon. I'll go for this melon here, or this melon here, maybe. Yeah, great. And we're going to pop the daffodil in each corner. But before doing that, we're going to add an animation effect to this daffodil. So I'm going to pop one daffodil up there. And then you're going to add animation, looping, spin. And daffodil is going to spin around. So now let's duplicate our spinning daffodil, our spinning daff. And let's pop the spinning daff in each corner of the design.
Very nice.
Good. Now then, our dragon is dancing. So let's click on our dragon. Let's go to animation, looping, and we want him to wiggle.
Yeah.
Okay. And our final thing to add is some text. So let's get text, add your text, and we're going to say, Happy St. David's Day, exclamation mark. And we want our text to be in an arch around the dragon. There we go. Now then, I don't want a serious kind of old school font like the IM fell. So I want a more fun font because our dragon's having a good old boogie because it's, you know, St. David's Day. So just going to grab a happy looking font. There we go. That's great. Now then, I'm going to just bring that up to be as big as it possibly can be without bumping into the dragon or going off the edges of the page. Right. Now, color. I want that fill to be the darkest green possible of that set of greens. So this one over here. And then I also want to add a shadow. Okay. And I'm going to go for a strong shadow in one of the lighter greens. Maybe this guy here. There we go. Cool. That's great. And my last step is to animate this text with the same wiggle effect as the dragon's got. But that makes it a bit difficult to read. So with that wiggle effect, what we're going to do is we can just bring the speed and the intensity down a bit. Okay, so it's still going to wiggle. It's not going to do it so fast, and it's not going to wiggle so far. So now when I click play at the bottom of this all-in-one editor, my daffodils are spinning, my dragon is dancing, and my happy St. David's Day message is wiggling around as well.
Very nice.
And there we are. Now, what can we do with this? Well, you can download it as an MP4. So you can just click download it as an MP4, and then you've got that as a video file. You can pop into whatever you want. Or, again, if you click share and publish to the web, then Adobe will actually create a web page for your project and give you a web address for it. So it'll be living on its own little kind of online picture frame where you can send people the link, they can click on the link, and they can go and see your animated card playing for them. Okay, so it's publishing the design. It's going to take a bit of time to work out everything that's going on, but once it's done, you can click copy link, and then you'll have a link where anybody can come and see your, there we go, copy link. And if I pop that now into a new window, anybody who clicks on that link will see your awesome design.
Very cool.
Playing on its own web page.
Yeah, you could also put some music on it.
Yeah, you could put a voiceover on there. You could put some music on there.
What would I say for Celtic? I'm going to go for Celtic.
Yeah. And there it is. I didn't do that because I thought we were in a rush and didn't have time to paint the daffodil. But there we are. Dom's found some time from somewhere.
Yeah. There you go. 2 minutes over. I just thought I'd show mine.
Lovely.
I've got some music in the background, but you can't hear that, I don't think.
I like the animation you got on the daffodils. That's cool.
Yeah, it works out well. Yeah, that's a great one. Thanks very much for that. That's great.
Well, thanks to Kyle. It's his challenge. The master has struck again.
Well, exactly. Right. MJ, the master, close us out.
Yeah, well, guys.
All the spinny things that you can click now.
Remember, register for the next session. We've got World Book Day next week and some more fun stuff coming up. Make sure you register because only schools that are registered can get the free swag. Also, if you've been taking any photos of your class working on today's challenge and you're posting them online for your parents to see, then we would love to see those as well. So please tag us. Okay, so we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook. So just search for Adobe for Edu, Dom Trainer, Meredith Jones or Meredith Jones or Meredith J. And just right there, just tag us, find us and tag us. We would love to see your work.
That'd be cool. Perfect.
All right, there it is.
Well, there you go. Job's a good one.
Yeah. Dydd Gwyl Dewi hapus I ti, Dom. And everybody,
same to you. Thank you very much. And just a thought for the day, just before we leave, don't be afraid to actually just enter the numbers in your brush sizes and your eraser sizes. That's okay. You don't have to be slapdash for everything like Meredith. You can be precise like Kyle and myself. Kablam! See you later.